So hi there guys and girls. Right, here we have the Kove 800X Pro, or the Rally or Rally Pro, whatever you want to call it. It's got a couple of different names, keeps changing, but there we are. So this is one of the first UK bikes, and I've kindly been allowed to test ride this from the guys at Kove UK up in Kidlington in Oxfordshire near the Cotswolds. So it's very impromptu down the back lane somewhere, but very nice indeed around here. So interesting things about this bike. You know, it's another Chinese bike. A lot of people are still very skeptical of the Chinese and their manufacturing abilities, but to be honest, my first impressions with this bike has been very good. Build quality is excellent. There's nothing that feels tinny or plasticky or particularly horrible. I mean, yeah, there's one or two things, very small things, like this reservoir just sort of bobbling around there, but they may have done that for you know, for if you crash or something like that, that it's not going to destroy a whole lever, etc. But generally switchgear feels very nice. Handlebars feel good. It doesn't feel plasticky or loose or rattly. It's got like rubber damped switches, which feels really good to the touch. USB with USB A and C, which is super useful already. Only downside I've noticed so far, me being 6'5", it's about 195 centimeters I think, no adjustable height on the screen. This is the factory stock screen. You can't adjust it, it's fixed in place, and for my height the buffering over the top of the windscreen is not particularly great whatsoever, but obviously that's a small thing that could be remedied aftermarket. It comes with everything you see as standard for 8499 on the road in the UK. So it comes with these sort of crash bars up here, which is quite a nice feature to have out the factory. The engine, of course, it is a reworked KTM 790 engine. Initially, I thought this engine was built by CF Moto for Kove, but it's not. Kove asked for the patent rights from KTM for this engine. They are producing it themselves, but before they started to produce it, they took the head of this engine, sent it away to America for a complete and utter engineering overhaul to eliminate the issues that the KTM 790 engine has had in the past. So this engine, although a 790 engine from KTM, it has a completely reworked top end, not just a few changes. It's literally a different head, everything like that. So fingers crossed, this should prove very good in terms of overall reliability. Everything you see is, like I said, it's nicely screwed together. It's got nice features. I like the bearing support on the rear brake there. Every little nut and bolt is titanium to save more and more weight. We know that the claimed weight was 185 kilos. However, you know, tests have shown that this is more sort of 195, 196 kilos fully wet. It's interesting is this is the tank. It's not a cover on the tank. This is literally the fuel tank, and the fuel tank itself is actually very shallow. When you open the filler, you can see that it is shallow there, and the tank consists mainly being down the sides but underneath you. So the tank actually sits here, a bulk of the weight. So again, it actually feels really nice on the road because the weight is centralized in a nice manner, so it feels very good. Even things like the exhaust, it's I mean, it's a basic looking thing, but it feels and looks like a good quality piece of kit. Again, the wheels, the finish on the wheels is nice. It's like this shot peened finish, obviously gold, not everyone's kind of thing, but the spokes are accessible from the outside of the rim. Pirelli Scorpions as standard, which again probably suit most people, but you may want to go more hardcore if you are going off-road. Full LED lighting, LED indicators, LED stop lamp there, which is a nice thing again. It comes with a rack. You could probably easily remove that. It's just literally 4 bolts that hold that on, so if you don't want that on your bike, you can have that off. Seat material, again, very basic seat material, but quite a nice place to sit. It's not horrible in any way, shape or form. Available in high and low version, which Kove has said that the UK supply of accessories is behind where they would like it to be. but good news is they do have all spare parts available for every sort of scenario, so there should be a good head of parts if there are any issues. Obviously it's too early to tell, but to be honest, the confidence level I've got from this bike so far has been very good, so I can't see you having any major problems off the bat. Steering dampers under there, which is nice. It's obviously got the mounts on the crown there for high mudguard option, which is available, which I personally would like to go for. I quite like the front end with these twin lamps that are separated. Again, full LED. Again, the wheels are quite nice actually. They look like a nice quality product. They don't seem to be bargain basement whatsoever. Radiator does come with a basic grille, but you may want to change that for aftermarket parts. Of course, the sump guard there isn't really protecting a whole lot. It's quite short, does not protect the rear linkage underneath, as you can see. But again, aftermarket parts will solve all of that. KYB on the rear, KYB on the front, fully adjustable, similar to Yamaha's glorious T7 World Raid models with the adjustable KYB. Other than that, the only thing I've noticed, like I said, for me being tall, is the standard screen. I'm getting wind buffering straight away, which is quite annoying. Again, it's all remediable. And the only other thing I've noticed is the throttle. The throttle is a bit snatchy at low speeds. Again, it's probably done due to the emissions regulations. There's a lot of free play in the actual throttle itself, but again, it's probably something that you just need to get used to. And the third annoying thing I've noticed is the switch for the high beam sticks out quite a bit. So sometimes if you're like me and you're really quite close on the grip there, you're pulling the clutch and you might knock the lit out the clutch, you might knock the high beam on. But again, small niggly things that are not worth fighting over. Overall build quality feels very good. It sounds very good. The TFT as well is very good, very intuitive, very simple to use. It has a lot of features on there. I love the little start-up display. I think that's brilliant. I mean, it's got everything you could possibly want to know on there. You can obviously see all the details there. This is for your tyre pressure monitoring. It even measures the heat of your wheels, front and rear, which is quite amazing. And elevation and bits and pieces there. You can easily go into the menu, switch off the ABS, switch off the traction control your music from your phone using that system, change your basic settings, etc, etc. You know, you can change the display, the brightness, yada yada yada. I'm not going to go crazy into this because obviously that's probably a video for its own right. But like I said, as it stands, Kove 800X Pro, Rally Pro, whatever you want to call it, I actually think this is going to be a very good bike. At 8,499, it undercuts the T7 considerably, and you get a load more kit than a T7. Even if you bought a nice T7 second hand, this seems to be what a modern Tenere should feel like. So I've got to hand it to them on that note. They've done very well. Long term, of course, we don't know, but time will tell on that one. But for now, any questions, fire me over. I'm here all the time to answer any questions you might have about this wonderful machine here. Take care, guys. Bye bye.